Hey, it's Josh here. Welcome back to the channel. As promised, I want to quickly go through these 3 colonies that are queen right that I put those new top hive feeders on from Dated that I showed you a couple videos ago. Did a review on those. I want to see if the bees, in a matter of 3 or 4 days, which I assume so, have taken all the syrup down and what they look like inside, and just kind of give a real quick assessment on how they performed. So let's go ahead and take a look in the first colony here. Now this syrup, I think I put it on 4 or 5 days ago, roughly, I think. So I'm just curious to see what these bees look like under here, and if they've taken the majority of that syrup down. So I can see that they're in the feeder. They've already braced up a little bit of it. And if I need to, I'll bring you in here in a minute so you guys can see what I'm looking at. These are real quick assessments I'm trying to make. Oh yeah, they sucked it dry. Wow, that's awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and give a little bit of a heft test here. There we go. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh man, that's a good 20 pounds on there. So that's awesome. And we haven't even we're not even in the fall flow yet. So let me go ahead and bring you in here so I can show you what I'm looking at. Bear with me here. No, I apologize, guys. I'm a one-man crew. So you can see they've taken all this syrup completely down, sucked it dry. There's not a drop left in there. And you can see where they've got a little bit of brace comb in between there. But what's nice about this is where the bees can come up and access this from frames 1 all the way to frame 10 over there on the right. So really good stuff. And I'm happy. I mean, just based on the added weight, this hive had no weight on it. And I'm not even going to pull this off yet. I'm going to refill it soon because this colony needs to have still a lot more weight. I'm shooting for about 70-ish pounds. I need to get a scale so I can start to weigh each one of these colonies. But heading into the winter here in Kentucky, for these single deeps, we want about 70 pounds. If you rock double deeps in your apiary, you want about 90 pounds of syrup or honey on those colonies. So this one still has a ways to go. So I'm guessing it's anywhere between 20 to 30 pounds of weight. So, I need to put another 40, 45 pounds on the colony heading into the winter time. I was looking around to see if I can, real quick, I may just show you if I can find some wing stem. There it is. It's starting to fall a little bit. Well, you can see it here. So that's a yellow wing stem, and the bees were working it hard the past couple days here. We really need some rain. There's still some out in the field here, but we really need some more rain. And hopefully, to get somewhat of a fall flow here. So put this camera back on the stand. Okay. Awesome. So I'm happy with that. So I'm going to go ahead and put this colony back together here, and I'll get some more syrup on these girls shortly, because I'm assuming all 3 of these are empty. So I've ordered a pump and system. I'm going to try to rig something up. I'm going to try to engineer something to where I can come out here instead of using the bucket that I used in the previous videos. I want to come out here with a pump and a nozzle and a sprayer and quickly refill these rather than the painstaking job that I was doing before. Oh, just turning my back here, there's quite a bit of wing stem over here. I'll show you real quick. Sorry, once again, the video cut out as I was grabbing it off the stand. But see it all there? That's all wing stem, all that yellow. which the bees have been working pretty hard. So, put this back on here. Okay. So that's good. So let's go do a quick peek in this next colony. I like to do a real rudimentary heft test on them as well. Oh yeah. It's good. Same thing. Sucked it dry. So completely empty. Also a little bit of brace comb here. Not a drop of sugar to be seen. So really nice feeders. And the colony looks pretty good size too. I see bees from end to end. So really pleased with these. Working out really well. You know, I don't know how many of my viewers use these top feeders, but I'm becoming a believer. I like how much, oh shoot, I meant to lift this. Oh, see, that's still light, way too light. I mean, that's only 5-10 pounds. So, and this may be a bigger colony where they're still consuming a lot of that sugar syrup rather than storing it, but need to get a lot more syrup back on this colony. Not a problem. We'll do that soon. I've got a lot of spiders that are forming around these hives that are annoying me, but picking off my bees, dang it. And those stupid robber flies. I don't know if any of you are seeing robber flies out and about. I've been seeing quite a few of them. And every time I see one over here, of course, it's got a bee caught in its whatever, legs, mouth, what have you. So they get squashed on sight. All right, let's take a look at this last one, and I'm pretty certain it's going to be the same result where they've taken all the syrup down. Oh yeah, actually that top got stuck, which happens sometimes. That's okay. Nope, this one still has some syrup in it. They're still working on this one. So this colony is a little smaller in size, so that makes sense. I know they're queen right. Well, at least I'm 95% sure they're queen right. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna take a quick peek. So let's go ahead and give them a little bit of smoke. I see a few dead bees, but honestly, not a ton. Nothing that gives me any great pause or concern about this. Let me bring you in here so you can see what I'm talking about. See, there's a few dead bees in the corners. Few bees that have drowned there, but nothing too concerning, folks. All right. Let's just take a quick peek in this colony and make sure they're still queen right. They were the last time I checked. I'm gonna have to do this without spilling this sugar, which shouldn't be, there's not a ton of it, so it shouldn't be too difficult. There's still quite a bit of weight in the syrup there. They look queen right. Yep, not much weight there. Not much weight at all. Let's pull a couple frames out here to give us some room. Hopefully she's still in there laying okay. A little bit concerned. Oops. I would have thought they'd have sucked all that down by now. Take a look at this outer frame here. Alright, what's going on here? We got, should have, yeah, so there's nectar. Oh, there's a queen. What in the world are you doing on this frame? So I'll go ahead and show her to you. No idea why she's on this frame. I don't need to see if I find any eggs here. So where'd she go? There she is. See her? Right there. The red dot on her. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put her back in the colony here, but I want to see if there's any eggs on this frame. She's a good looking queen too. Hopefully there's nothing wrong with her, folks. I need to see signs of her laying though. Definitely see pollen and nectar and a little bit of bee bread here, so where'd she go? She go on the other side? Where'd she go? Oh, there she is. Okay. All right, well, put her back in there and let's see what's in the guts of the in the middle here. Should be a brood area. If not, she may be firing blanks. Nope, we got brood. Oh yeah. I'll show you here in just a second, but not the greatest of patterns, to be honest with you. But this may be emerging brood. I'm seeing lots of nice eggs firing all across this frame, so I think they're fine. This looks like it's just taking a look here. Young. There's some emerging, and it looks like she's backfilling that brood with eggs, is my assessment of what I'm seeing here. So I'll go ahead and show you. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but you can see there's eggs all in those cells. You probably can't see it with the sun shining in the camera. Like I said, not a great brood pattern there, but those bees there are emerging, and she's backfilling with some eggs and larvae. So looks good to me. I'm just looking for any signs of like disease, any signs of sickness. The larvae in the cells is a nice pearly white color. I'm seeing single eggs in the cells. Looking at the adult bees, I'm not seeing any deformed wings or any signs of illness there. Honestly, they look pretty good. Put this frame back in. Be careful because I know my queen's on the other frame. Well, let's take a look at one or two more frames here. I just want to see what we're looking at. And this time of year, keep in mind, the queens are slowing down in their laying, right? It's not like the springtime where you're just going to see a lot of frames that are just wall to wall with eggs and larvae. So this has some nectar and some open brood and some sealed brood. Take a look at the other side here, and I see same thing. Some nectar, some sealed brood, some open brood. Okay. And one last frame to take a peek at. So same thing. We got some pollen on this frame. Yellow and white pollen coming in. Could be that wing stem and aster if it's starting to take off in this area. Yeah, I think we're good. I even see some eggs, fresh eggs on this frame, on this little area right here. So she's got plenty of room to lay in this colony. So I think we're good. I'm gonna put them back in and we'll keep feeding. Like I said, they still have quite a bit of syrup here they can take down, so that's good. Not the greatest colony condition that I'd like to see, this time of year. I'd like to see a little bit more. I'd like to see a colony a little bit larger and A little bit better brood pattern, especially for a brand new queen like she is. But I've seen worse. So we'll go ahead and put this feeder back on. Ugh, it is heavy. Okay, got it. Push it this way. Okay. So yeah, still plenty of syrup for the bees to come up here. And you know, one thing I'll say that's really nice versus those other feeders, I don't see any ants in here at all. So, you know, this whole space is patrolled by bees, and they're able to get in here and patrol the whole area, which is nice. So, I like that. Go ahead and get this colony put back together. Let's inner cover stick to this thing. Hate that. Then inevitably end up damaging part of it. There we go. Okay. Yeah, a few bees on this, but not much. So cool. All right. This colony is sealed back up. Yep. So all three of these are looking good. These two obviously need more, and this one's still in the process of taking syrup down. So they'll do that over the next month, 2 months, try to get weight on this hive. As those bees start emerging, you know, this colony will pick up a little bit in population. All those eggs that she just laid, those are the winter bees. And so they'll be able to start taking more and more of the syrup down and get some weight on this colony. But yeah, I need to come back out here and refill these two and keep adding weight and rotating some of these feeders throughout the rest of the hives as they are trying to get weight on the colonies as well. So yeah, all good signs so far. I'm just hopeful that we get a decent fall flow. I would just like to see these colonies be able to put a lot of natural nectar and honey on the hive so that they have that throughout the winter if possible. Plus, it saves me money not having to buy a bunch of sugar and supplemental feeding, right? So, which is always nice. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and I'll see y'all in the next one.